Korsakov's life is one of the most extraordinary stories to come out of the new Russia. Mr. Korsakov never gives press interviews, but it's believed he never knew his father and mother. He was brought up in a state orphanage in the Russian city of Gorky. But recently, the American magazine Wealth Watch placed him as the third richest man in the world. After the collapse of Soviet Russia, he suddenly emerged as a brilliant entrepreneur. He was accused by some of using brutal and illegal means. But for a while, he was feted as a hero of the new Russia. Then, in 2001, the Kremlin launched an investigation into his business empire. He was charged with fraud and massive tax evasion. Then last year, the charges were suddenly dropped. Mr. Korsakov came to live in Britain. Well, Russia analyst Roger Vintner is with me in the studio. Roger, one foreign investor owning so much in Britain, good or bad for the country?
Anything interesting? It's an old movie. Right. Doghouse, 2 hours.
Adam, you look terrible. Ask Harry for a few days off. Go home.
Operation Songbird, Oleg Korsakov.
My God, Adam, how do you know?
You know me, things passing through my skin. You want to tell me, you know you do.
We were given a tip-off. Oleg Korsakov may be running a mole at GCHQ, Cheltenham.
Who's the tip for?
Malcolm Stackley.
How does he know?
He's obsessed with Korsakov. He had a suspicion.
Which turned out to be true.
Looks likely.
Who's the mole?
Her name is Sally Curtis. She's an analyst on a commercial desk.
What's she like?
She's single, likes clubbing, though she's in her early 30s, getting a bit old for it. Gets wasted on the weekends, but sees her mother on Tuesdays. So, good girl, bad girl.
What's she selling?
Information on British and American firms in the health sector. Deep financial analysis.
How's she dropping the material?
Electronically, from her computer.
Through GCHQ firewalls? Is that possible?
Korsakov could afford the best IT in the world.
How did he turn on Sally?
Love.
So what, Korsakov seduced her?
No, he sent a pro. Real stud. Picked her up in a club. They meet in a London hotel that Korsakov owns.
She's blown. Why haven't you lifted her yet?
Oleg Korsakov is about to make a huge investment in the NHS, not directly in his name, of course, but through various companies he owns.
So the public don't know?
Treatment's free. Ministers assume people won't care who owns the hospitals.
Flog great chunks of it off to a crook.
Adam.
It's just... You can suddenly not recognise the country you're living in.
Calm
Can this
down.
Korsakov do anything he wants?
Governments see him as a saviour. But the nightmare is that Korsakov may do in Britain what he did in Russia. Asset strip, sell-off. Goodbye, NHS.
Ruth, if Korsakov's the golden goose, what does the government think about us trying to bring him down?
They've told us to stop.
A direct order?
From the cabinet, yes.
And Harry and Julia?
Have said carry on. It's desperate. The government are going to sign a deal with Korsakov next week.
So MI-5 are deliberately trying to wreck a government policy?